I've never dealt with so many trolls in my life. And my whole point was just being mainly I didn't think Colby was going to finish Masvidal. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan of both guys. I like Colby and I also like Masvidal. I'm more of a fan of Masvidal. I should have screenshot some of the shit I've dealt with. Man, it's cool to see so many people riding with Colby these days. Really is. But still at the same time, so much disrespect for Masvidal, and maybe reasonably so. I kind of did a little bit of clickbaity title there. Masvidal won in that. I'm just saying, like, man, my nerves are really going for this fight because if either man loses, it kills their shot of ever really being champion, especially based on Masvidal's age and everything. It just kills their chances. So like my nerves were really going. Um, just knowing that. I mean, these guys were best friends. You got this big story and everything. Colby went in and did his thing, man. The same thing I thought he would do. It wasn't a secret that his wrestling was better. But Masvidal still got a lot of cool things to do. I mean, he could still go fight Conor McGregor. He could still go do these super fights. And same with Colby because they're both in a weird situation anyway. They both fought Usman twice. Colby was a lot more competitive, and he will tell you, or one will tell you that he's already beat Usman and he's already the champion. So we'll probably get that trilogy. You know what I want to see? I want to see Hamzat and Colby. That's what I want to see. Do you think Hamzat would out wrestle Colby? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Jorge's making crazy money. Like it doesn't even matter. He kind of won at the end of the day. If he's the third highest paid guy, he's already won. Because if you remember 2 years ago, that's all he cared about. I've been in this sport almost 20 years. That cum shot guy. I've been in this sport almost 20 years, and I don't feel like I made what I was worth. So he's definitely made what he's worth now. Yeah, I don't know about him. I don't really like any of the Dakistani guys. I'm just gonna be straight up. Not saying I didn't like Habib. It's just not my style, man. I might have wrestled a good portion of my life, but I just like the guys that stand and bang. You gotta respect the grappling aspect. I do. But it's just not the guys I particularly root for. Yeah. Like I really don't know. I think Gilbert Burns will see what Hamzat's all about. The Gilbert Burns fight. We'll see if Hamzat really is anything, I guess, because he really hasn't beaten anybody yet. See, it's kind of funny. Colby really isn't calling out anybody in welterweight. He's calling out Dustin Poirier in lightweight, Adesanya in middleweight. Um, I think there's fights for him at welterweight still. I really do. There's quite a bit of fights for him at welterweight. Hamzat, I would even like to see him and Burns, maybe Edwards at some point. Luque would just get destroyed by his wrestling. I wouldn't hate Adesanya though. Colby versus Adesanya would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not hate. I want to see that fight to be honest. Dustin and Colby would be decent. I just think Colby would destroy him. I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be something like him and Jorge just was. Dustin, yeah, he's not going to defend his takedowns, but what a lot of these guys need, I'm going to tie McGregor, Diaz, and Masvidal all in the same like category. They're all guys that can draw big, that just want to stand and bang. Guys that want to stand and bang that can't really handle the wrestling. Call them the BMF category. The guys that can't hang with the wrestlers. I thought that's what it should have been all along. People are just now talking about Masvidal and McGregor. I wanted to see this years ago. I wanted to see this years ago. Instead of waiting until Masvidal's hype drops, then you're gonna get everybody riding with McGregor. Because in that fight, I picture Masvidal pretty much dominating, man. Because Masvidal might be able to even wrestle him. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're being weird with Diaz for a while now. I don't know. Like it wasn't even decided if he was re-signing with the UFC or what was going on. No, a couple weeks ago. But Diaz is like on the lower spectrum of them two, I would say. Because realistically, who's Diaz beating? I still see McGregor and Masvidal beating people and being competitive. So, and I'm not saying I'm not a Diaz fan. I'm just saying, what do we want to see Diaz do? Maybe McGregor trilogy? Oh, yeah. I mean, that would surprise me if Diaz didn't resign. I don't think the dude knows what he's doing. If somebody ever smoked too much weed, he might smoke too much weed. I mean, the dude thinks he's winning a fight that he rocks a guy in, lost every round. Imagine if that was the narrative with Masvidal and Colby. I was kind of joking with the narrative just for maybe for a few extra clicks because YouTube doesn't show anybody my videos these days. But imagine if that was the narrative. Jorge rocked Colby, so everybody was riding with Jorge, you know? That's just stupid. But that's the kind of things you get with Diaz, you know. He rocks Leon in the fourth round, fifth round, wherever it was. That's all you heard about. You didn't hear about Leon dominating Diaz the whole time. It was just Diaz rocking him, which was kind of hilarious because I don't like Leon Edwards. So I mean, I thought it was hilarious. But MMA community's ruthless, that's for sure. Change sides in a heartbeat. But I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything. Kevin Holland, fucking beast. I had a bet on him. He did his thing. Holland made me worry in the first round. He was kind of getting thrown around, and it wasn't looking the greatest. But he got the stoppage. It wasn't the best card, that's for sure. RDA looked good, but we got more fights coming up. We out of here. See you next time.